Day 4, it's about 7 a.m. Woke up about half an hour ago, packed up my stuff. There's not much wind at the moment, but there are some grayish looking clouds rolling, so I thought it'd be a good idea to hit the road and at least make it to another camp where I'll hopefully be dry first of all, but I would like to set up a camp a little closer to the bull launch. At least get over this huge expanse that I'm on right now, and hopefully be in a better position to weather any kind of storm that might roll in. So I better get going. So just arrived at the other site. The island I camped at last couple of days is over there. I'm on another island now. Plenty of firewood. My tent down there. I've got some shield from the wind, so not too bad. We'll walk through the woods, probably shitter down that way over the water axis here. It's a big site, and there's another little location here. I brought my boat up just on the rocks here. So this will probably do. My boat's a little exposed, but I think I have to pull it up on the rocks no matter what I do here. So, camp set up now. Got my tent and my hammock. Tent's in a pretty good spot. Might be a bit exposed to rain, but chances are the rain's coming from this direction anyways. Seems to be where the clouds are coming from. So I think I'm pretty good here. The tent's in good shape anyways. Got a nice hammock set up. The trees back there. And of course there's this nice table that was built here, which I'm making use of. Really hungry, so I'm just using my gas stove, boiling some water. I'm gonna have some oatmeal. I'm gonna pour some maple syrup in it. It's beautiful at the moment. There are patches of clear sky, patches of dark clouds. Who knows what's gonna happen? It's gusty, so glad I made it here early. Imagine in an hour or two it might be a little choppy out there. But anyways, you know, good 1.5 kilometer paddle to get here across this openness. When I finally leave, I'm looking at about a 2 kilometer paddle the other way across an open stretch, and then probably 6k or so, 7k to the northwestern arm, which I wouldn't expect big waves in there because it's a much smaller body of water. So I had some breakfast, some snack, for a little swim. This way, clear skies, the sun is out, clouds the other way. The wind is really gusty. And the other side of the island there's whitecap, but for some reason this lake here actually doesn't look too bad. Looks to be deceiving though. Perhaps it's because I'm looking at it this way. But yeah, I followed some of the paths on this island. gonna go get my fishing rod anyways and fish from shore. Just because right now my hammock is directly in the sun. Tent is usually hot as anything, sleeping during the day. So there's a few spots I can definitely try to fish just by standing on the shore. So I'm just gonna do that. Kind of show you how things look out here. So a little choppy. And actually, if you look further out, you can actually see whitecaps in that body of water. So, you know, ideally I would want this to be a bit calm to put in because there's a very quick drop off. But it's kind of the best place to park the kayak to get in and out. So I wandered a few other trails here, and this is a pretty cool trail. Because it pops out up ahead here facing west, which is where the wind is coming from. It's definitely windier though on this side, and you can clearly see that this is not good kayaking conditions at all. So I need to cross this body of water to get back to the to where my vehicle is, and so some point when it calms down tomorrow, hopefully, I'm going to camp here tonight, possibly tomorrow night as well. But if it's calm tomorrow or the next day, when I get my chance, I'm going to go around the back side of the island and pop out on that side and cross over towards that shore and just kind of kayak straight through. I need to get right to the very end there. So if I stay close to shore, it should be safer, and if the wind is coming this direction, at least I should be going into the waves and not parallel to them, because if you go parallel to them, you know, that's when you really risk tipping over. But a few other things here. So there was another path somewhere. I just walked back through the woods. The shitter situation is rather interesting. There's two toilets facing each other, which is super weird. Clearly people use this place often because there's toilet paper in a bag. And then this one's pretty funny. Ride rules: sit still, grasp handles securely, concentrate, no daydreaming, avoid loud noises and foul odors, tidy up, close lid. The moon banger. Funny. Anyways, just strange that the two toilets face each other, but I guess it doesn't get more romantic than that. So I'm gonna just try my luck at fishing until I get some shade where I can take a nap in the hammock. Back in the kayak, it's all overcast now, which is actually a nice break from the pure sun I've had the last several days. Yeah, I fell asleep in the hammock for a couple hours after I had some lunch, and now it's cooled off a bit. thought I'd come out here and fish a little bit. Bad luck so far. I got my fishing line all hot on itself. Had to retie it. It's still gusty, so I do need to be careful. So I'm just gonna try to fish some calm areas near, you know, these little bays and stuff. Anyways, the kayak's not fully loaded, so there's a nice little beach over there, so I could even go swimming there if I wanted to. You know, I might as well spend a couple hours out here, and if I don't catch anything, I'll go back in and make some dinner. If I do catch something, I'll do the same. Just caught my first fish in the wild, right here. Killed it with my bare hands while it was in the net. Yeah, boys! Fish for dinner! What is that? A pike? It's a pike. Oh well. Time to go back in. There it is. That's dinner for tonight. I'm sure it'll have the taste of satisfaction. So yeah, that was my first time catching a fish in the wild. My first time cleaning a fish, actually. Pieces of it in here. Got some fish crisps, so I'm just gonna make a light snack. I totally butchered it. It is a pike, so there are a lot of bones in it. A lot of waste, unfortunately. But should make for a nice satisfying snack anyhow. I'm looking forward to this. Fish crisp said to mix with beer, so I said cold beer, although none of my beer is cold anymore after being out here several days. And I think I was nursing a beer while I was out there, so I poured a bit of that in this beer is probably going on like, probably had it open like 3 hours now or something. First beer of the day. Don't even get to finish it because I had to use it to cook my little snack. It's actually real tasty. So it's a little snack on the menu tonight for dinner is some poutine, and in case you're wondering, I caught the fish just over there close to that point, not far from my campsite. So that was good. What an adrenaline rush too, and it seems the wind is picking back up, so went out at just the right time. You know, I would like to catch different fish, but I guess it comes down to just keep plugging through and trying. You know, I don't have a fishing boat or anything, so like just my kayak, which which I think makes it more challenging in its own. Like, you know, you're pretty enclosed in a kayak, and you have to maintain your stability. You got to do something with the paddles. I used my paddle to make sure the fish was dead, actually. I punched it with my fist several times, and then I used the paddle eventually once I was able to grab it and everything. Anyways, I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my fish. There's a bone. I guess the next order of business is to get a fire going, plan out dinner, and organize myself for the rest of the evening. But, camping is mission accomplished now, so I think I'm going to try to head back to shore tomorrow and go and see my family. Not see them, be with them. Yeah. Skies are starting to clear up. It's calmer now. Hopefully it's a nice calm evening again. First night. That would be really nice. Because if that's the case, then I might be able to get out of here tomorrow morning. See my family, maybe camp somewhere on the way home. But it's been a successful camping mission. I'm just starting to cook some poutine right now. Just got some potatoes boiling and some music on the go. Saint-Hubert poutine sauce, gravy mix. You know, you gotta make it easy sometimes, but you gotta put in the work to get delicious stuff. I'm gonna boil the potatoes a bit, fry them up, make the gravy, add the cheese curds to the potatoes, and pour the gravy on top of that. And the cheese curds are nice and soft now. They've been sitting for a couple days, so should be extra melty and delicious. Certainly cheesy. My fries are the best. But I've never made fries camping before. I think I boiled them a bit too long. I just was trying to get them cooked as quick as possible. Next time I think I'll just boil them in oil directly. Bring enough oil to make sure I do that. Strain it and stuff like that. So this stuff here, old man's beard, I mean, you see it on a lot of trees like this that are slightly exposed on the ground, little bits of it. Yeah, this stuff works great for starting fires. Right there, you know, as long as it's nice and dry, it tends to dry out quickly. So it's almost like a default go-to for me for starting a fire. I'm going to use some of those, and there's a bag of pine needles left behind. They're not like super great, but they do complement you know, being able to light a fire easily. I'm going to get this up and running. And off she goes, one light. those on, and then throw a few big logs on. And just like that, a couple minutes later, we have a nice fire. It's going to burn hot for a few minutes, then it'll simmer down, and I'll just be able to throw like a few logs on at a time. So, should be a nice night, and you know, I'll try and go to bed at a reasonable hour and wake up early tomorrow and get back to base camp, the vehicle. So, great day. Probably about 8 p.m. Around about half an hour. Accomplished a lot. I got to go for an afternoon paddle. It was overcast, so I didn't have to deal with the sun. This site largely blocked the wind, although there's some wind here, but that's probably keeping the bugs away, so there's been no bugs. You know, I was getting hit by the sun earlier, but this whole evening it's been sort of a mix of sun and clouds. The sun was out for a little bit, but not direct sun. So it was a nice change. Normally I don't like to camp facing east, but after facing west for a couple days with direct sunlight, it's certainly a nice change. So I'm going to pack up tomorrow morning and I'm going to make sure that I take out all my trash. If you got beer cans, you know, don't leave them in the fire pit. It's just kind of a nasty mess. You know, I just crush them down and then take them with me, and it's very little weight. Good news is I'm going back with about half the weight of food, and a lot of my drinks have been consumed. Had a glass of wine last night. I'm going to have another glass or two tonight, and probably be in bed in a couple hours to start the day right now. Unless, of course, we get a million stars that pop out, then usually I like to stay up late for that. It might be a cloudy evening.